You're listening to the Goof Norton Radio Show.
He's the best of the best of the best.
He has a wonderful voice.
If you don't like him,
you don't have a soul.
I'm sure your sister will.
Hey, babe, you want to go out?
Hello everybody, my name is Goof Norton, and welcome back to another broadcast of the Goof Norton Radio Show. Today I've got a couple topics for you, and I kind of want to go over them because they were very interesting. They were very mind-boggling. So, the first one is dating. It's about dating. So, I want to know, out there, out of all the people listening to this, if you were single, if you're not already single, would you date someone younger than you? For guys, it's a normalized thing that we date someone younger, like 2 or 3 years younger. And, you know, girls, oh, you date a guy that's like a year or so older than you or whatever. But what are there any women out there that are older, like 30, 29, 26, 27, whatever, that would date someone 5, 6 years younger than you? Because it's a real question. Because I was watching a stream and that question came up in the chat and I'm like, that's a good question. And I thought to myself, would I date an older woman? And I personally don't really know. Because I could go on the side of yes, and I can also go on the side of no. And it mostly be on my part, though. It wouldn't be anything because of the woman's age. You know, as long as she's not like 50 or 40, you know, that I'm way too young for that. But like 30 years old is probably a limit if I would date older. But that's like almost 10 years older than I am, so I say almost. But like it's kind of weird because there are some older women that I find myself like, oh yeah, she's beautiful, she's awesome, she's amazing. But I'm I'm way too young. Because there aren't a lot of ladies my age that I'm like, yeah, I was like, that's what I want. I was like, she's who I want to be with forever. But then again, you know, I don't look at every woman and I'm like, I'm going to date you. No, that's a bit too much. It's a bit too much for anybody, really. But, I don't know. It's kind of a weird thing. Because my worry, as I said, because I had to put my two cents in. My only issue would be that I'm not mature enough for her. Like financial responsibility and all that is whatever. That comes with time. That can be easily worked out. But it's my own maturity because at 21 and at 20 years old, at 18 years old, at 19 years old, you know, you're not as mature as you could be. I mean, there's always room to improve. But for somebody who's like 5, 6 years older than you're not on their same level sometimes, because there are some childish 30-year-olds and 40-year-olds, you know, things like that. But it's kind of a really interesting question that was asked. And I don't know. Because it could go both ways. Like if someone's like 2 or 3 years older than me, I don't care. If somebody's like 6 years older than me, I kind of care. You know, I kind of, but it's still not like, yeah. Because if they're okay with it, I don't care. You know, it's just expectations and, again, myself. You know, who am I going to be to this person? How am I going to, you know, help them progress through life? You know, and how are they going to help me progress through life? Things like that. And I'm not just looking at them to see what I can get out of them. But those things are going to come up eventually. So it's kind of weird. I don't know. So I want to hear your thoughts. Let me know on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Let me know, and I will reply because these are very interesting responses. And when I do get responses, hopefully I do, I want to hopefully read them out on the next show. So this is weird because it's a weird question, but it's also a really good question. And this is more for the ladies. You know, if you're older, you know, you're in your early 30s, late 20s, like, would you date somebody 20 years old, 19 years old, 21, 22 years old, you know, like somebody who's 3 to like 6 years younger than you, in between that range? Because that's always a weird one to me. And same thing for guys. Would you date a woman that's older than you by 3 to 6 years? You know, I really want to know. So tweet at me, shoot me a message on Facebook, shoot me a message on Instagram. Let me know your thoughts, because I'd love to know. So the second topic is, when do friends, internet friends, become real friends? Because that was something that came up in another stream. Both these Twitches I will link in the description below if I remember. Probably not, but if I remember, hopefully I will remember. Because this came up in a different stream, which is really awesome. This is a good question as well. So my thought process on this is, and this was agreed upon with the streamer as well, when you start talking outside of the Twitch chat, you know, or when you start talking outside of like video, so in my example, my group of friends, the guys that I play Siege with all the time, I met them through Twitch in 2015, right? And so we've been playing Siege and we've been playing games together ever since on Xbox. I believe that once you start talking and conversing outside of that main place where you guys have met and spend most of your time, you start talking in chats on other social media and things like that, start texting each other, start calling each other, then it becomes a real friendship. Because there's a lot of people I've met, and some people that I can consider, you know, friends that I've made over the years. And I feel like and this is kind of true with real friends too. Once you can start getting like personal with each other, and I don't mean like insult wise, but once you can start talking about personal stuff, like me and the guys, we've talked about a lot of stuff. Like we've throughout from 2015 to now to 2020, we've definitely like some of us have gone through relationships. Some of us have gone through different job changes. I mean, definitely, because 2015. I'm sorry. I just ate pancakes and I'm like, my body's like kind of rejecting it. I have to work later, so this will be fun. But we've been through a lot of life changes since then. You know, I've joined the military since then. I've gone through relationships since then. I've gone through job changes since then. So it's definitely been a crazy 5 years, you know, with knowing these guys. 5 years though, but we've talked about personal stuff. Like we know where each other live. Like we know where we live, not specific addresses, but we know the cities in which we live, and countries, of course. And it's kind of crazy, you know, how much we've talked about, how much we've shared personally through just the chat, because we can trust each other with that kind of information, right? So I also want to hear you guys' thoughts on this too. Like tweet at me, message me through Facebook, Instagram, whatever. I'll leave those in the description as well. But let me know, because these are interesting thoughts. These are very interesting thoughts and questions that people have come up with, and I like it. One more thing before I continue. Sorry for pausing the momentum, but I believe that you can leave voice messages on my podcasts if you're going through Anchor. I believe you can do that. So if you want to leave your answer through there, you can try that, and I will hopefully be able to see that and play that and then respond to that. But if not, just send me a message or tweet at me. I don't really care, and you will get a response. But I think that is true. Like after a couple of years, you guys have been talking outside of the normal place where you guys usually meet. We've been talking outside of Xbox for a while, you know. We have a group chat. We send memes to each other, but we do talk about personal things as well. But that's the funny thing. When we talk about personal stuff, it's usually on Xbox. It's not like in the group chat. We usually talk about that stuff on Xbox, and then we save the joking and we do joke as well, but we save the memes and stuff for the group chats. So it's kind of the opposite for us, which is kind of weird, but it's also kind of funny, and I like it. because I've had so many fun sessions with them, and I wish I will hopefully get back to recording with them soon because I miss making those episodes for Rainbow Six because like we crack each other up so much, and those are like some of the best memories that I've had. Like these people are some of the best people I've never face to face met in my life. Like I don't have a lot of IRL friends in real life friends because I don't leave my house that much besides going to work or going out for business purposes or whatever. Like if it's not military or work or food, I'm not leaving my house or the gym. I will leave my house for the gym, and I only go to the gym at like midnight when there's nobody there, so can't make friends there when nobody's there. But I don't really have a lot of friends in real life, but that are here around me. I have a couple that I still talk to, but these guys are amazing. They're awesome, and hopefully I will get to travel with one of them by next year. There's a lot of stuff going on right now, so that's not really a huge possibility. We're not going to talk about that though, because everybody knows about it by now. But it's a pleasure knowing these guys. Like these guys are a riot. They're hilarious. They're fun, and they like we know how to make each other laugh. Like it's really fun when you can just interact with these people that are far away from you. Like they're far. I mean, far away. I guess nothing's far away these days because we have all types of transportation to get to different places. Like they're just a plane ride away from me, but that's still too far for me to walk or drive to. So, but we're all in different time zones, which is awesome. I'm the only one in the central time zone, sadly, but we've had so many good times, talked about so much stuff, gotten like personal with each other, like even relationships. One of the guys, he has had a history of like finding these crazy chicks from Tinder or just from whenever he's out looking for a girl, and he he's just had a history of just finding the craziest chicks that are just like insane. And we tease him about that all the time, but he's found a steady one, which is good. She hasn't tried to kill him or anything yet. But man, like the memories we've made, the stuff we talked about, I think about it and I'm like, wow. Yeah, it's true. It's really true. But there's other people like YouTube friends, DeBoss Gaming, Purple Torch. I don't talk with these guys a lot because I usually don't get to, and I want to start talking with them more, so I will do my best to. But DeBoss Gaming, like we've had a lot of conversations about games because that's what we're both into. And that's what she made the point. The streamer made the point is these friends are easy to make because you're meeting them on a platform of you're meeting them in a place where you have like the same interests. So I met my friends on Xbox. Well, yeah, it's cool that Twitch from a stream, but we both played Xbox, or we all played Xbox. It's not just two of us. There's a lot of us that I met from Twitch that we all play Xbox together. We all like Siege-ish. We tolerate Siege. We don't like it. We tolerate it. But we all have just played games. Heck, I bought Black Ops 4. I did not like Black Ops 4. I don't like COD all that much anymore. Just so I could play with them. Like, I didn't buy Modern Warfare this time around because I don't want to freaking buy another COD. I don't want to waste $60 on another COD that I'm only going to be playing with them and not playing for any other reason. If I'm going to play another game, it better have longevity. Like Siege. I play Siege on my own sometimes. More times than not, really. That was like all I was playing for like the last month when I was back in December. But we're meeting these people in these places where you have the same interests. So of course you're gonna befriend them, Master of the TDS, Pion Slayer, like all these guys that can be considered friends, like we've known each other for a while. It's crazy though. It's really crazy. But I want to hear your thoughts. I really do want to hear other people's thoughts on this because these are just my thoughts, and I will try to get some people on for this half of the podcast and probably the first half. We'll see if I can get somebody else on for that. and I want to hear somebody else's thoughts on this. So I will try to get some people on for the podcast. I'll make a part 2 for the relationship thing, and I'll make a part 2 for this second half for when do internet friends become real friends. So I really want to hear from you guys. Tweet at me, hit me up on Facebook, Instagram. No, screw Snapchat because that's stupid. I have a Discord. I won't promote that just yet. I'm still working on some things in there. But Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, hit me up. I'll leave those links in the description below. I will leave the streamers that I got these topics from in the description below. Wherever you're listening to this, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Anchor, Radio Public. Google had it for a little bit, but they jacked it up, putting the wrong podcast on there. Bunch of weirdos. But thanks everybody for listening. Hope you guys enjoy this. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you in the next episode. Peace.